Thank you, Mr. Clark. Valedictorian is one of the greatest honors a graduating class can bestow upon one of its peers. At this time, I ask that you please join me in welcoming Abigail Comeau and Zach Rowe, this year's valedictorians.
Hello everyone, we are so excited to be here. A huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 for making it through one of the toughest years. My name is Abigail Comeau.
And I'm Zach Rowe, and we are incredibly honored to be the class of 2021's valedictorians. We want to thank all the adults in our lives that have helped us get this far, the teachers and staff that have been so patient with us and taught us how to be a Pinetree wolf.
We want to say thank you to all of the support staff that go so unrecognized for all of the hard work that you do. We see you and we are so thankful. And a shout out to all of the administration, Mr. Clark, Ms. Payne, Ms. Walton, and Mr. Martin for all of the hard work for keeping Pinetree running and keeping us all in check and safe throughout these years.
We want to thank the parents and the siblings and the aunts, uncles, grandparents, and whoever else has loved you and supported you throughout these 4 years. And most importantly, thank you to this year's graduates, our classmates who've made the last 4 years so memorable. These relationships that we've built here will last forever.
We know that the last year and a half hasn't been easy. It has been filled with tons of challenges, but here we are, our final days of high school. It feels like only yesterday we were sitting in the gym hearing the Good Wolf, Bad Wolf presentation, or maybe even getting recruited by Mr. Wozni for the cross-country team.
And maybe today you're enjoying the sun with some of your best friends who were strangers to you 4 years ago. We know that this time must have been a struggle for some of us, but we're incredibly proud of all we've accomplished here. And you should be proud of yourselves too. Who else can say that they spent their entire grad year in the middle of a pandemic? It feels like it's been so long ago and it's been quite the journey.
Grade 9. Hey Zach, nice outfit, looking good.
Thanks, I just bought it.
Grade 9 was full of change. Here we had our first impressions, new friendships, and maybe even a new and improved version of ourselves. The first day of school, we dressed to impress all of the people around us, whether it's teachers or students. A clean new pair of shorts, or maybe a shirt or two, would do the job.
But grade 9 was our time to change. It was our time to stand out, make new friends, get better grades, and feel confident in who we are. The first year of high school definitely seems very daunting, but grade 9 was our time to change. It was our time to stand out, to make new friends, to get better grades, to be confident in who we are. The first year of high school definitely seemed very daunting, and it had a lot of us confused and lost. Here is where we found our flashlight.
The flashlight signifies wisdom because in our future we will definitely feel this confusion and lost feeling that we felt in grade 9. But we will always know that there will be a flashlight to guide us. Here at Pinetree, our flashlights represented our teachers and all of our friends who helped guide us in the right direction.
And time sure did fly by. Before we knew it, our freshman year of high school was over. And we were starting to know where things were, and we made some great friendships with our new classmates. Now, diving into a new year. Grade 10, here we come. As we entered grade 10, we had some confidence this year because we weren't the ones who were completely clueless.
That wasn't the only thought on our minds though. Questions of who we wanted to be, what kind of hobbies we wanted to take up, all started to flood our minds. This year we packed our goggles so we could see clearly through the waters and the different channels that we were swimming through to find our way of who we are and who we wanted to be. Our goggles represented our courage because we were diving into unknown waters and we took the risks.
We branched out and took chances that might have been frightening at first, but we made the best memories that we still look back to this day. Whether it was joining a sports team, going on a band or choir trip, or joining a gaming club during school hours to get away from all that academic work, or even a club that you didn't know was happening, these all shaped our personality and let us breathe and enjoy high school even more.
As we had ventured into grade 11, we were definitely more comfortable as we geared into our classes and geared toward what we wanted to do in the future. Classes became harder and some of us may have struggled, but our friends became family, so we were able to help each other through it all.
We quizzed each other and pulled all-nighters cramming to study for the test that they told us about 2 weeks ago, or in our current schedule, they probably told us yesterday. And whatever the circumstances were, we were able to make it through. Of course, with the start of the pandemic, that 2-week spring break turned into 3 weeks, and then into 4 weeks, and all of a sudden we're in a complete lockdown, where we were catapulted into a time where we couldn't see our friends and we were completely isolated. This is where we pack our laptops.
Our laptops represented our resilience and determination because we had completely shifted our learning. And no matter how many corrupt files we came across or technical difficulties, we learned how to overcome it all. Online schooling helped us adapt in many different ways of learning, and now we have a great bedtime story to tell our future generations. like the nightmares of teams and the stress of Wi-Fi connections.
Here we are, grade 12, the big finale. The year with many highs, many lows, some sad goodbyes, and some new adventures. This is the year that we pack our masks and sanitizer because of fashion.
Not quite. Our masks and sanitizers represented compassion. We definitely didn't wear masks and use hand sanitizer for the fun of it. We did it because we wanted to keep each other safe and respect the frontline workers who put their lives on the lines for our safety. Who knew that we would be entering our final year of high school in a pandemic that would one day be in the history textbooks in school?
Despite all the negativity surrounding COVID, there are many silver linings to it all. We were forced to get out of our comfort zone, and we had to learn to plan, organize, adapt, and work around some obstacles. But most importantly, some of us even learned how to properly wash our hands. Graduating during a pandemic has taught us so much more than a regular school year would have.
We have learned to work through the uncertainty, which will help us tremendously in our future. We have learned to cherish the time and build stronger relationships with our friends and families, and these are the relationships that are so important and will help get us through any obstacle that come our way.
13 years of preparation and packing has led us to graduation, one that will be remembered for a long time. We've packed our suitcase for our ventures ahead because this is just the beginning. Pinetree has given us wisdom and courage and resilience, determination and compassion. All of these items will be useful in our years ahead.
As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Cherish the time that you've had at Pinetree and as you continue in your travels ahead. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Hats off!
Thank you, Abby and Zach.